So I'll hopefully just be about 15 to 20 minutes, and then Amy can take over. So today we're going to talk about the Documents tool on Procore. So all project folders and files should be organized, accessible, and secure. So we give you a template at the start for each job, and then you have the ability to add to that template as well. It's important if something happens, somebody on site, where you're filing, where you're storing that information should be easily accessible for other people. So we don't necessarily have to ring you if you're away or something else had to happen. So it's always important to make sure that wherever you're storing your files, just make sure that they have a good name on them and they're in a good folder as well, so people are able to follow it. So anywhere where you see this lock symbol means that it's admin people for the Documents tool have access. Basically, that means that any Clancy employee has access to that tool. Subby's design team, people who aren't Clancy employees, can have access. You can give them access yourself. So if you go into a folder and you have the ability then to actually share that folder with somebody, so you can change the permissions by just clicking permissions here. It takes it a second there to load, and what you'll do then is you'll just click manage permissions. Just takes it a second. Probably picked a big folder here now. There we go. So you just click manage permissions, and if you want to give access to somebody who doesn't have access, you would just find their name, type in their name, and you would give them access, and their name would appear over here on this side. So all the folders, like I said, are marked private. That just means that little lock icon. Anywhere where you see it saying the word private just means that it's that icon there, just means that it's private. Everybody here on this call has the ability to create folders. So to create a folder, top right-hand corner, create folder, you just give it a name, whatever it is, and just press create. And then obviously inside that you can create subfolders inside that as well. What you can do as well is you can change the layout here. So at the minute it's done numerically and alphabetically, but you can change that around. You can also change the layout based on when the latest version was or the oldest one. So just take that. You have the ability to change that as well. So what you can do then is you can go into any folder, and in this example, I'll just use site team and this one. And what you can do from here is we've loads of different options. One of the cool things that you can do is you can open it in Excel. If it's an Excel file, a Word document, or PowerPoint, you can actually open it up on Procore. You don't need to download it. I know a lot of people hit the download button, but if you hit that Excel icon, it opens it up on the web as well. And the great thing about this is multiple people can be in it at the same time. So you can see here we've a friend, Trent Robertson, he's inside it. And I'll tell you now how live this is. If you type something in, so if I just type in concrete, concrete, and what I do then is if I go into what Trent can see, he can see there concrete been written in straight away. So that's how live this is. It's very, very important, very, very cool. It can be used. You don't need to download it and then re-upload it or anything like that. You have the ability to do it from within Procore, which is great as well. So you can do that for any Excel, any Word, or any PowerPoint items that you have up. It's really good for something, say like, I'll just give you an example here. So say concrete cube tests, something like an Excel sheet like this, you could have multiple people working on it at the same time. You don't need to download it and re-upload it. So it's a very, very cool thing to be able to do. So what you can do as well is, like I said there, you also have the ability to be able to upload new versions. So let's just say this one here, for example, we want to upload a new version of it. So you just click this icon over here, it says new version, and you can drag in a file and then you can upload it. Alternatively, what you can do is you can just drag a file straight in, and if it has the same name, it'll let you know that it could be a new version. But if it's not supposed to be a new version, you can obviously rename it. But in this example, we know it's going to be a new version. You just press continue upload. And what happens then is the latest version comes to the top, which again is a very, very useful thing to be able to do. So if it was something like maybe like the weekly work plan, you can, with the I button over here, if you just click the I button, you can see all the previous versions. As long as it has the same name, you're able to re-upload new versions after new versions. You can see there when the item was changed, the name of the document, if there's any comments. But the great thing about this is if you want to go back and have a look at the very first version, you can use this download over here, and you can download any of the previous versions as well. So if you want to see the very first one that was ever done, which would be this one here, you would scroll over, you just hover over download button, and you'll download it, and that'll download it into Excel on your, it'll download it up here, and then you convert it into Excel. So again, you can give people permissions to a specific file, not just a folder. Again, the same thing, you just click manage permissions and you give somebody permissions, like earlier on.
Sorry, Conor, do you mind me asking just one question? When you open it within Procore, does it still put in the dates and stuff in American format?
Yes, it's based off your laptop. So yeah, I don't think I think Procore's is set up for US. So yeah, it'll be in American format if I'm not mistaken.
So just be wary of that.
Just be careful of that. Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing to notice as well is when you open it up online, you have a slightly limited version of Excel. It's not fully the normal Excel we have down here in our desktop. So sometimes macros and formulas could potentially break. So just keep that in mind. So sometimes it is best to like I said, have it downloaded already, and then just re-upload so that people have the newest version. Like I was saying, that you can just re-upload from here.
Or just use Procore Drive, probably best, Paul, because you can just open it directly in Procore Drive and it'll save automatically.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do another workshop on Procore Drive in a few weeks as well. So another thing that we can do here is with that eye icon, we can put in some metadata, so we could give it a description of some sort. We can create custom drop downs here as well for you, and you could put in whatever you would like in there. You could put in something like work in progress or complete, stuff like that. I'll just go down here. You have another section here. It's called tracking. So you could track a particular file or a particular folder, which is very useful if there's a lot of changes going on. I think Brian was mentioning models earlier on would be a good use for it. So you just click tracking, and you can track this folder. And what happens is, if any activity happens in that folder, you will get a notification in a digest email. So if there's loads of notifications, if there's loads of changes happening in a couple of minutes, you'll just get one summary email sent in. They usually come in every hour if there's been changes. If there's been no changes, you won't get any email. This is just what one looks like. You can see there, it gives you a little summary of any changes that have happened. So all you need to do is just click that, but you can also give it to other people as well. So you can let other people, you could just click somebody there, like Aidan, for example, click update, and now myself and Aidan will get notifications in that digest email of anything that happens inside in that folder. Another good thing that you can do as well, again, go over here to the eye icon. What you can do is you can tag some of the items as well. So you could create a tag. So I have one created here called submittal. You could just click that and set it as a tag. And the great thing about this is if somebody moves that file for some reason, what I can do is with the filter up here, filter it by tag. If I can't remember where I saved it or if somebody has moved it, I can just use the tag submittal, click over here, and I'll be able to find it straight away. So yeah, a very, very useful tool that we should be using. You can create your own tags there. So if you just go into go down to File Tag, Manage Tags, and you can actually just type in one as well, and you can create it yourself. So you could call it Work in Progress as a tag, and set that as a tag. You can see all your tags down here. So it's very good if there's any particular files yourself that you would like to keep track of the whole thing. That's a great way of doing it. And if you put up a new version, the tags stay with it. So any tags you put on will stay with all your versions that you have. Just other things as well, you've changed history there. You have the ability to see any changed history as well. I just click over here. You have the ability to rename. You can move a document, you can copy it, you can check it out, or you can delete it there as well. And just as Brian said as well, we might do another Procore workshop as well on Procore Drive. We can go through that as well. It'll probably take about another 20 minutes or so. And there's a few last items is just down here. You've got anything that's a new document this week. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see any new documents that have happened this week. And then down here, you have items that you're tracking. So you can track, like I have there, I have a few trackers and stuff. So you're able to see those there. And then anything that has been deleted, you have the recycle bin as well. And obviously you have the ability to search for stuff as well. So you can just search for anything up there in that search box, and you can filter for anything as well. So you could filter something that was created by somebody there, Martin, for example, and you can see anything that was created by that user. And again, you could change it to a date as well. So even though you can put a filter on just for something that somebody was that say just Martin had uploaded, you could also put a date on it as well to narrow down your search. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just some key things to note: if you are giving people access to folders who are not admin, just remember that they can see all the subfolders as well within that folder. So just be careful of those as well. So anywhere where you see the lock means that Clancy employee can see it. Anywhere without a lock just means that the person needs to have standard permissions. But if it does have a lock, you can give standard users permissions as well. I think that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions there, I'd be happy to answer them. Or Brian, if you have anything you'd like to add there.
Yeah, no, that was very good, Connor. It's very clear.
All right, yeah.
And there's,
I am good as well.
Yeah, the only thing, Connor, and I missed the first minute, sorry. So you may have covered it already, but just if you have large files and you need to share that file with someone else, use the email function that's within the documents. It's an alternative to using WeTransfers and other share file transfer share sites, you know. So it's just it's a relatively good tool. Maybe you went through that already.
No, I hadn't mentioned that one. If you do share a folder or file with somebody, they will get a notification like this, and then they'll be able to view it online, or they could download it themselves onto their own desktop. If anybody has anything else to say, any questions?
No questions, Connor. Just thanks for that. Yeah, another good one. So well done. Yeah, thanks.
So will I drop in there now, Connor? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just let everybody know that the good news is Liverpool are back tomorrow at 12:30, and I'll pass over to you, Eamon, there now.
Thanks, Connor.
Thanks, Connor, for ending it on a downer there. Thanks. It was so good.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. The next